I think a lot of times we're preaching sermons and answering questions no one's asking. And then they're sitting in our churches like, please help me.
I was about $17,000 in debt and had no money saved. In my mind, I'm like, you gotta get this stuff together. Like, this is so important.
I was spending and just spending and spending. It was about $85,000 in debt. What do I do next?
Some of them are gonna leave the church because they're hurting so bad. Some of their marriages are gonna fall apart. And even some of the sickness and things people are battling, it's built out of stress. It's just a fact. Finances play such a huge role in everything. You're trying to get somebody to live by the heart of generosity, but that can't happen when you're shackled and you're chained up to debt and to the systems. There's just no way to see our people continually struggling in bondage and then continually put a demand on them that you need to pay for this. Instead of just waiting for all the people to help a ministry survive, I want to see people thrive, and then the ministry will thrive. And so you really have to throw yourself into a training and find Financial Peace University, a great one for pastors to just say, like, this is something that we believe in because we want to see God do something radical in generosity. I made the first move to pay for it, and I did a good enough pitch that a lot of people signed up for it.
I was so thankful to see so many people there, that I wasn't the only one who wanted to come and who was in a place where they needed, help with their finances.
Financial Peace University to me was this way of saying, I'm committing to doing this. I'm committing to me. I'm committing to my family. I was trying to pay debt. And when I had paid one off, I was like, yes, I'm going to see the end of this.
Things kept popping into place, like the moment that I just kind of submitted my finances even more so to the Lord. I think the generosity piece has been the most exciting. When stuff happens in other people's lives, I can actually plan for this and have money set aside to be able to bless them.
I feel really confident in being able to help and actually participate and contribute, whereas I may not have done that before.
It's very hard to describe the weight that falls off when you financially free. When the Spirit of God falls in the book of Acts, it says they all started to sell everything they had and made sure no one had need. Well, that's because it removes you from a bondage, from a slavery of a system that keeps you from being able to be generous. You realize there are people who are dying to give. When they get unlocked, it's gonna be like the crack in the dam. Then you start finding people who come together and start uniting because they're like, oh, I carry that spirit too. And they start looking for how can I help? Some of the things I don't even hear about in church that used to be only through benevolence. And now I find out these people just took care of those people. These people are taking care of that guy needed a wheelchair, or that person needed a car fixed, and they're just taking care of it. And it's not just having to come down one pike anymore. Too many pastors don't address finances when the Bible is full of addressing finances. Well, fix that. Financial Peace University is just simple. It's so simple. There's some incredible things that'll happen in your city. Then you'll be blown away by the stories. You'll be sitting behind some camera somewhere telling the story of FPU and all this stuff that happened. And the generosity of your church is what's going to lead that way.